Hey, what's going on? It's Joey Myers from the Hitting Performance Lab. What's up there, Jarrod? Hey, I saw that on your shoe, so I can call you that, huh? Alright, Jarrod. So here's the deal. I'm going to talk about your swing. Remember, what we talked about today was foundational stuff and your two exercises that you're going to have to do for mobility. Your hip one and the one to activate your glute, your butt muscle in the back. So you're going to be responsible for those two things, or those three things, I guess. Six things if you're adding everything up, or five things if you're adding everything up. Whatever we talk about in this video that's new that we didn't really talk about today, I don't want you to go out and start doing. I want to make sure that I have my eyes on you when we start working on this stuff, okay? So I want you to make that promise to me that you're not going to start working on some of this other stuff without me working with you at first. So that being said, let's take a look at your swing. Now I'm going to put it on slow motion here. I have one of your swings looped, one of your better ones. Remember, I'm not paying particular attention to the results here. I just wanted a good swing, and we're not going to have a good swing on every pitched ball, or every swing that we take is not always going to be perfect. Not even the big leaguers are perfect with every swing. They're off balance quite a bit. And that's what the pitcher's trying to do. But let's take a look at this swing as we go into slow motion. Now we definitely have a go back and stay back type of swing here. You can see as you go back, you stay there and you just barely pick the foot up. You don't have much of a stride there. And as we'll see, this is going to hurt you when it comes to whether we're using more muscle or more connective tissue, which we talked about today a little bit, like in your knee, like your ligaments and things that attach your muscles to your bones, at your joints. So what's happening here, we'll look at a couple more and then we'll slow it down frame by frame. But what we're doing here is we're trying to go from 0 to 60 using muscle, and muscle, unless it's got some kind of momentum going, is going to have a hard time doing that. And we can develop momentum pretty easily, which we'll do in a future session. But let's get you to the start of the swing. Okay, so as we talked about, you have that float back type of position. I would love you to start there. To just start, that's a good starting point anyway. I mean, we do have this knee over the front leg, and I mean, that's not the best, but you see some big leaguers do that too. The main thing is that we want to get your body floating forward without pushing off this backside. It's just more of a fall. So really, I mean, you see some big leaguers that do have the knee over the toe or the ankle, but what you'll see is as they start their forward momentum, or as they unweight their bat, you'll see them fall forward, and then they'll get that knee inside and be in a more athletic position. But you're just going to have to move. It's just an extra thing that you have to do. So we can talk about that when we start working on your footwork. So we get that forward part, and then all we do is we pick that foot up and put it down. See, your body still wants to move forward. Look at your hips move a little bit forward. See how they keep moving as you start putting your foot down forward? They still want to keep going. So we're really stopping our body early. See that? As you're starting early, your brain has made the decision to put your foot down, but your hips want to just keep going. See that? But then you put the foot down and then you start swinging. So that's like a 0 to 60 swing, and we're using a lot of muscle with that. It's going to make for a very inconsistent swing. So we're going to be inconsistent with our power by doing that, because it's just very muscle dependent. And that just means that you're going to have to be 6'5", 250 pounds to get away with the swing like this. Now, I'm not sure how your genetics play in, but if that's going to happen. But if we work on the technique side of it versus the physique, if we work on technique and you do get big, then hey, that's more power to you. But we're going to start to work on getting you a little bit of forward momentum to get your body moving, just like the 4x100 meter relay sprinter does. They get their body moving before they accept the baton so that they don't get left in the dust. Okay, next thing is we look at, after foundation today, is vision. So when I look at vision, I look at that heel to drop. Whenever that front heel drops, as you see, as it drops, which is right there, I'll draw an oval around your head, or a circle around your head, and I want to see that head stay in that circle, not move forward, back, down, or up. So as you see, we move kind of back out of that circle. So anytime that this spine moves, head and spine moves forward or backward, it's going to cause inconsistency with our contact point here, this upward path contact point, because this ball's coming down, right? So we want to get on plane with that ball as it's coming in, and a lot of this stuff's is going to give us an inconsistent plane here. And as you can see, you got a little down and through action working. So knob down to ball, and we get on plane about right there is okay, and then right there. So we want to see you get on plane a little sooner. That just means getting our body in a better position beforehand, and we'll definitely be working on that. So this is an angle here that our body makes, and to get on that plane, they've talked about a line drive swing is on like a 10% upswing, and your home run swing is on a, I think, 20% upswing. They did it the thing on Sports Science. If you want to Google Sports Science baseball swing or something like that, and it might come up. But it's a pretty good little video to watch. But as you can see here, we have about a 69-degree back angle towards the catcher. Now we want to get more into the 60 to 65-degree range. That's usually where your sluggers are sitting. So, but all that'll help with some of the cues that we'll use. We'll clean up a little bit. But what you can see, since you're not using your body too much to create momentum, what's happening is your arms are having to work overtime to try and get things going. So as you see, we see a little decent bend here in the elbow, and it's not too locked out. I think we talked about this today, but I could see how those hands kind of move away a little bit as we start our swing, as opposed to staying nice and tight. See how your hands kind of move away from your body? I could see how that at some time, especially when you're tired, is that we can really get into locking this front arm out, or arm barring, and that's really going to slow the swing down. It's not going to get us to barrel the ball. We'll end up hitting it, like your dad said, before that G on your bat. And a lot of times probably that's what's happening. And you know, we talked about crowding the plate in the beginning. That's not going to help either. And I understand the Little League mentality of taking that couple extra balls lengths away, outside, away from the umpire, because I know umpires aren't the best in Little League, but that's a chink in our armor if we can't hit it the other way, which is something that we'll work on. But we want to give ourselves a setup that's going to allow us to make it to that next level and exceed at the and succeed at the next level. Other than that, I mean, you've been putting some work in. I'm looking forward to working with you, bud. If you got any questions, you know where to find me. But keep working hard, Jarrod. We'll see you next time, brother.